Taos, New Mexico is a majestic and beautiful place. It's a joy to wake up every morning and see the mountains in my backyard. It's its own character. It's different than any place else that you could live in. It's just unique. Best way to say it. My name is Dean Johnson. I'm a tribal member of Taos Pueblo. I have been making peace pipes for 30 years now. I own a gallery in Taos, New Mexico, and I own a gallery in Albuquerque. I've had the gallery in Taos for 20 years this month, October. I recently opened up a new gallery in Albuquerque, Old Town. The courtyard that I'm in, the Paco a Paco courtyard on San Felipe and Church Street, is really just a beautiful setting. You know, we've got flowers and pots and prayer flags that are hanging all over the top of the courtyard. And it's really unique. And my gallery there is absolutely beautiful. Proud to have it. When my cousin showed me how to make my first peace pipe, that was my gateway to move into Taos. So when I saw him in Taos, this was around my birthday, and so he ended up bringing over a cedar log and some alabaster and some feathers and stuff. Prior to that, though, I used to work for Rocky Mountain Stone Company in Albuquerque. I was making marble furniture, I was designing marble furniture, so I really knew a lot about stone and the rocks that I was using. So when I made the peace pipe, my first one, it took 2 hours to make. So I took it into town, and the first gallery I went into, the Taos Drum Company, and the owner, Bruce, bought it for $55 tax-free. So that was $27.50 an hour tax-free for making this one pipe. I fell in love with that idea. It's been great being my own boss, you know, and taking control of my actions, my future. Creating my peace pipes is something I've kind of took on myself. I call it peace pipes with a Native American flair. I get my wood from the mountains, my juniper cedar. I have to kind of block the wood, and then I split it in half and gouge them out, and then glue it back together, and then recarve it, and then sand it. And for the stones, you know, you've got a piece of raw rock, and so I use my wet saw to kind of cut that into blocks as well. And then I'll use that also to kind of create the form of the bowls. I drill those out, wet sand them, and then polish them, and then I cut the end of the wood from the juniper cedar, and then create it to where I have a nice tight fit between the stone and the bowl. And so the bowls are drilled so they don't require a screen. They come apart for cleaning. They come with a cottonwood bark stand so that people can display them in their home. So what's really unique about my peace pipes and the juniper cedar I use, gives you a sweet cedar aftertaste when you draw from them, which is really unique. A lot of the pipes that I do are purple and yellow in color just because of the vibrancy of the wood itself. And so we also, what I carry in my shop is called Kinnick, and it's a blend that's done in Taos, but it's osha root, yerba santa, mullein, bearberry, and red willow bark. So you can actually smoke that pure. You can blend it with your own tobaccos. You can actually boil it, steep it, and drink it as a tea. All the properties in the Kinnick have to do with the lungs. I do custom pipes for like traditional style out of the Minnesota pipestone. And I do those on custom order. I've actually gotten into making my peace pipes where I have created eagles out of the stone, or bears, or buffalo with like raccoon claw horns and stuff. And And those are pretty popular with the museums. I've got them in the Heard Museum and a few others. And my collectors in the past have included Susan Sarandon, Dean Stockwell, the late Dennis Hopper, Arlo Guthrie, Dave Mason, and Julia Roberts as well. From what I understand, she got gifted a pipe for her wedding. Get people that use them for sweat lodges. I've had actually a couple priests from 2 prisons, federal penitentiaries in Texas, that heard about me and found out about my pipes, and they wanted to order a peace pipe for the Native Americans in their sweat lodge in the federal penitentiary. And once they got the pipe, and they had tears in their eyes, and from what the priest was telling me, he contacted another priest in Texas at a different prison, and that person also ordered one from me. And so, you know, it's been fun doing that and getting the recognition. I just recently got a phone call from the buyer and production person for the TV series Yellowstone, and they just ordered a peace pipe from me for their season 4 series. So I can't wait to see it on TV. It's gonna be a good role. By representing 28 different Native artists in my gallery, on average, you know, they're always creating new stuff for me. Mike Maribal from Taos, Pueblo, who makes flutes, Native American flutes out of juniper cedar. He also makes my smudge sticks. I've kept him employed, you know, with doing that kind of stuff for me for years. Another guy I've got is Tony Gomez, and he's from Taos, Pueblo as well, and he makes stream catchers for me. And they're made out of red willow, and we're called the people of the red willows on Taos, Pueblo, which is kind of neat. Being a Native American gallery and an artist of the peace pipes, it's been great. It's been something that I love to do. I admire doing it, and I like to help out my community by keeping them employed, or, you know, putting food on their table as well. And that's why I like doing what I do. The Four Winds Diversified Project has been a gift for me, with all the help that's been provided to me, getting my business out there, doing things that normally wouldn't happen on my own. So the help has been really great, and I'm very appreciative of it. SmokeSignalsTaos.com is my website, and it's beautifully created. So I'm really enjoying the look of it and the experience I'm getting out of doing it. My work's out there, and it's just been a blessing. Be my own boss and be creative. Please feel free to come visit Smoke Signals. Love to have you and show you all the Native American artwork that is not made in China. So Four Winds Diversified. Four Winds Diversified. Four Winds Diversified Project